All right, members, welcome to my house. This is my hallway, and this is my hardwood floor, and I'm doing my best to try and work on my putting stroke, even though we can't really be outside and working in a way that we normally would, or practice in a way that we normally would on the golf course. Today we're going to talk about putting, and there are some things that we can do inside our homes that we can certainly learn from and perfect in terms of our putting stroke. First things first, we need to find a wall, preferably a straight wall, and maybe if you have some baseboard, that's great. My baseboard's white, so I have to use extreme caution not to strike it with my putter, so I don't want to get yelled at on the home front here, but we want to make sure that ideally some sort of a baseboard or wall with some length is used for this drill. We're going to talk about how the putter arcs today, and contrary to popular belief, the putter will always have some sort of an arc to it, and that will be illustrated today with what we're talking about, away from this wall. I'm a right-handed player. We're going to talk about this. I can certainly apply it lefty if I were to go the other way, but the concept is this. Whenever we are putting, we want to make sure that the putter is always finding a way to work away from the wall or the baseboard, come back to impact, getting pretty darn close to that baseboard, and then working once again away. That is an arcing stroke. Now, many players think they have a straight back, straight through motion, which is partially right and partially wrong. To have the putter be perfectly straight back throughout the entire length of the stroke, and I am going to ride my baseboard on this one, eventually what will happen is the club will close, the face will close, and your shoulders will wind up closing or aiming left, and as a result have balls travel left. So it's important to understand that while you think you may have a straight back stroke, in actuality you are at some way working the putter away from the wall, the baseboard, this plane, however you want to think about it. Now the question becomes, how much arc is appropriate in our putting stroke? Well, based on the type of putter you have, if you have a face balanced putter, or for me, I have a toe hang putter, where if I balance this, the toe of the club is hanging down. The more toe hang you have, the more your putter is going to arc away from the wall. So for me, if I make a couple of practice strokes here, I'll do this fluidly so you can see, my putter is working away from the wall on the takeaway and away from the wall on the through swing. That's how it works. If I apply that to a putting stroke, you'll see that the putter works away into the inside, and then through impact, it's going to do this. And even though it arcs, the ball will generally move pretty straight. Take a peek. Maybe I pushed that one to the right just a little bit, or maybe my floors are crooked, but either way, you saw there was some arc. If I have a face-balanced putter, where if I were to balance the putter like I am in my hand, the face is actually balanced like this, that would lend itself to a straighter putting arc or putting motion on the way back. But you can see I'm still working the putter away from the wall a little bit. One other benefit to this drill is the wall itself. We want to make sure that based on the type of putter and arc or no arc that we have in our stroke, we have our head or our body away from the wall a certain amount. So for example, if I am a straight back or more straight back, straight through putter, I want to make sure that my eyes are resting over the ball and that my head is essentially on the wall. This will help me take the club straighter back than normal. For me, as you can see, my head is away from the wall. My eyes are actually inside the putter a little bit, and my arc is more inside. If I am really extreme arcing, almost to a fault, you would actually see myself like this, to where I am really taking that putter 20-some degrees inside, coming back to the ball and getting it left about 20 degrees as well. That's really hard to do. I don't recommend that for most. I recommend either being more straight back, straight through, where your head is kind of at the same level where your putter is, and your eyes are over where the ball would be, or if you tend to arc the putter to have your eyes set more inside, and understand that that is going to arc your stroke a little bit more. Keep in mind, a great way to do this is to simply go to this wall and go back and through and see what your putter is doing. You can learn a lot from a simple wall and some baseboard, and you can even do this without putting a golf ball. Just get yourself accustomed to seeing what that stroke is doing, and the putter should never, ever work into the wall. We would never want to see a stroke doing this. It's always important to have that baseboard there and to imagine when we're on the golf course the same thing. The putter works in some way away from the wall, a little for some, a lot for others, and then does the exact same thing on the through swing. Give that a shot. Give yourself 5 minutes of an attempt. Best of luck out there and stay safe, and thanks for listening.